Hi, this is Rob for Shape Your Future Online, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the limiting belief of, do you know what, Rob? I'm just far too invested in what I've done in my life so far to get me through to this point that I can't make any significant change. So this kind of plays out like this. Well, you know, I've spent all of this time investing in my education, to get a degree, to go to university, then invested all my time and effort in a career for the last 10, 20 years. You know, if I make a complete change now in the direction of my life, then everything I've done before has just been wasted. Well, actually, this isn't true at all, because, of course, everything that we learn, right, we can take into something new. But also think about, you know, when you're younger, you know, maybe you've fallen into some kind of career that perhaps you didn't really know exactly what it is that you wanted to do. Or maybe you did have a passion and a vision for the future at one point, which has now completely changed. You're a different person. You know, you've got different passions, different values in life. I mean, we all change, right? If we look back 10 years, we're not the same person we were then. Quite often we're not the same person we were a year ago. I'm certainly not. But here's the thing, you know, if you've given everything to be where you've got to, let's say over the past 10 or 20 years, accepting that you're in the wrong place right now in your life can be quite a difficult thing to do. And especially if perhaps what you're doing at the moment is, you think, well, it's good enough. Maybe you're not really happy in your job and your career, but you're getting a good salary. I mean, that was certainly the case for me before I changed changed my life radically to start an online business. But I wasn't prepared to, you know, live a mediocre life that was going to bring me. And actually, to be honest with you, it wasn't mediocre. It was really, really starting to bring me down and depress me. So I did realise that there had to be a change. But sometimes I've tried to change things in my life before, but those changes weren't really significant. I was playing it safe. I was doing a similar kind of thing. There wasn't a real transition to bring me the fulfillment in life that, you know, that I really wanted. And that all boiled down to the fact that I was making decisions rather than choices in my life. You may say, well, Rob, what's the difference between a decision and a choice? They're the same thing, right? Well, not quite, because, you know, making a decision, you know, that word decide, think about the latter half of that word, side. Think of other words that have side ending in them. Things like homicide or genocide. You know, there's a finality to these words, right? And that's the same with a decision, to decide. You know, there's a finality on that. We're taking some experiences that we've had from the past, projecting it into the future and saying, right, okay, so this is what I will do because of X. So for instance, you may choose to do a certain kind of job because you know it's going to kind of give you a decent wage and some sort of stability. It may not bring you fulfillment, but at least I'll have that. There's an element of safety to it, because we're using something from the past, projecting into the future, and we're looking for some kind of certainty. But what about a choice? Choice is something that we just do because we do it. Yeah, we're not really understanding what's going to happen in the future. And I certainly didn't by starting an online business, for instance. But I had a feeling that this was the right thing to do. And, you know, as I've now, over these past couple of years, really understood what my purpose and my value in life is, I'm starting to understand what I want to, you know, do in the future, just by choice, just by what I want to do. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm going to get there, and I know that it's going to bring me fulfillment because I'm living from my true essence, if you like. And actually, think about if we make this radical change in our life, and we've invested so much time, for me, 20 years of work plus all the studying before that, invested in that career to bring me up to a point where I was really, really unhappy in my life. Looking forward now, you know, I see, in a way, maybe I've got to make up some time. But that's making me more motivated in what I do every day. Compared to when I look back to, you know, the perhaps the last 5 years of that 20-year career, I was completely unmotivated. You know, I didn't want to get up for work on a Monday morning. So the motivation and joy that I have now, after making a big radical change in my life, is just exceptional. My life is completely different. So hopefully I've dispelled any myth there that however much time you've invested in getting yourself to the point that you're in your life right now, which may be one where you're not really fulfilled, it's a myth to think that you can't change and you have been too invested. Because what lies ahead of you, if you make a choice to go with what you really want, is truly amazing. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you're watching on Facebook, click the like button for me, leave me a comment. I'd like to speak with you further. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the subscribe button if you want to see some more content just like this. Click on the like button for me, leave me a comment. I'd love to engage with you further, and I'll catch you in the next video.